last to fall. I won't shed a tear for them to see.
Hello, Serious Survivor here. In this video, we're going to look at the top headlines from the past week and touch on some pretty sensitive events, some of which we will be expanding on in later videos. But before we start, a quick word from the sponsors of this video. Now, not everyone's interested in precious metal IRAs or 401k rollovers. Some people are happy putting their life savings on the stock market. Some people are launching themselves into property investment. Some like the idea of cryptos or leveraged investments, all at what looks like the top of the market. What could possibly go wrong? With the supply chain issues, inflation on the way, and unemployment climbing, isn't it all a bit risky? And don't even get us started on the $25 trillion of debt. If you've been thinking about investing safer so you can retire comfortably and sleep at night, it might be time to talk to Noble Gold about the tax advantages and other pluses of precious metal IRAs. Of course, you might just love uncertainty, but if you don't, this month Noble Gold is giving away a free America the Beautiful solid silver 5-ounce coin with any qualifying IRA you start. Call us at 877-646-5347 or visit our website at noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. This is the start of a weekly series in which I'm going to touch on the major headlines through the week and tie them in with some of the more concerning events that we see going on in the world. So we're going to look at a lot of different headlines and just briefly looking at each headline, leaving room for further discussion in future videos and live streams. McAuliffe concedes to Youngkin in Virginia's bruising gubernatorial election. Youngkin becomes the first Virginia Republican to win a governor's election in a dozen years. Republicans win the Virginia governor race, also lead in New Jersey, and shocking results just 10 months into the Biden term. Slate of conservative candidates declare victory in hotly contested Denver suburb school board race. The UN nuke watchdogs. Iran states Iran is pressing on with nuclear enrichment. Iran's nuclear chief reports jump in 20% enriched uranium. Tehran's military foils U.S. attempt to seize Iranian tanker in the Sea of Oman. Vladimir Putin states wokeness is responsible for crimes against humanity. The same people who ran Bolsheviks are destroying America today. Prince Charles declares war to enforce Great Reset at the UN's Climate Summit. Governor DeSantis blasts Biden plan to shower cash on illegal alien families separated under Trump. Biden's plan to pay $450,000 to separated illegal immigrant families is a slap in the face of hardworking Americans. Measure to abolish police department in Minneapolis was comfortably defeated. Australia and New Zealand ratify the world's largest trade deal, and the area covered by the agreement will account for 53% of the world's exports. After falling asleep and speaking gibberish, Biden apologizes to globalists for Trump trying to get the U.S. out of the Great Reset agenda. Buffalo mayor, a write-in candidate, declares victory over AOC-backed socialists. Biden fails to achieve unity on climate as China and Russia avoid this COP26 summit. An op-ed, Biden's Taiwan flubs and the weakness emboldens China. Chinese president vows reunification with Taiwan amid the rising tensions. Chinese stock up on staples after the government just-in-case advice prompts. And for those who aren't familiar, the Chinese government actually stated to all of their people that they needed to begin stockpiling food and other supplies for what's coming this winter. Chinese stock up on food as temperatures fall and COVID spreads. The world needs truth, UN chief says at Cambridge, and I certainly do agree we need a little truth in this world. The World Economic Forum postpones China event due to COVID-19. U.S. Senate committee approves Biden nominees to be ambassador to China and Japan. Chinese president vows reunification with Taiwan amid rising tensions. China unlikely to militarily seize Taiwan in the near future, top U.S. general says. And this is the top U.S. general. If I'm not mistaken, the same general that said Afghanistan would not fall and we would not leave people behind. General Mark Milley, the same general, calls China's hypersonic weapons test very concerning. Taiwan will not bow to China pressure, President says after Beijing reunification call. Taiwan President confirms U.S. troops are training soldiers on the island. The U.S. has few good options if China seizes islands close to Taiwan, war game concludes. China has a digital currency and people are starting to use it. $9.5 billion spent using Chinese central bank's digital currency from official reports. More than 1 million people apply to enter Beijing's COVID-free Olympic bubble. Microsoft shutting down LinkedIn app in China amid scrutiny. Facebook, citing societal concerns, plans to shut down facial recognition system. Rising prices, once seen as temporary, threaten Biden's agenda. The bond market says inflation will last. You should be listening. Supply chain disruptions will take quite a long time to resolve, says shipping firm CEO. And we're all seeing the pinch from the supply chain right now, and it's only going to get worse as gas prices continue to rise, as inflation rises. It's going to make it more difficult for us to actually transport these products. Days away from its deadline, Tyson Foods reaches a 96% vaccination rate. Los Angeles County Sheriff doubles down on not enforcing vaccine mandate as he warns of mass exodus of deputies. And we're seeing that being a common theme throughout the U.S. Lava spews from La Palma volcano twice as high as the Eiffel Tower. With no sign of eruptions in, ash blankets La Palma Island. And these next two pages are links I'll put up: the La Palma eruption and North American tsunami risk, and the far-field tsunami impact on the U.S. East Coast from an extreme flank collapse of the island that we're talking about. So I'll put these two links up so you can read more about the volcano that's currently erupting. A cashless world is in plain sight. There are pros and cons to a cashless world, and in this article there are 3 steps to make it work. The rise and future of contactless and cashless payment options. Our cash-free future is getting closer. The pandemic is propelling a shift towards a cashless society in ways that no other single event has. Experts say that's not necessarily a good thing. This is an older article, but it leads into the next few. World War III, will the South China Sea spark the next global conflict? I'll put the link for this article and this article here, World War III mapped, in the description below also. And Ready to Blow, map reveals where World War III could break out in 2021 as experts warn about the next big frontier of warfare. World War III alert as Taiwan vows to take on China. Chilling World War III war games show U.S. forces crushed by Russia and China. World War III, Putin says Western powers couldn't win even if it happened. Well, this is the Week in Review. We looked at a lot of the major headlines here, and we're going to do the same thing next week, looking back on the previous week's headlines and seeing how they tie into everything that we've seen. So thanks a lot for watching. God bless, and for now, Serious Survivor, out.